Let's try again. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can see you.
Okay. Yeah, I was saying it's been happening for the last, I think, 3 or 4 days. And I
Mm-hmm.
don't know what the problem is. Just all of a sudden, it just disconnects.
Yes.
So it's a little bit frustrating.
Mm-hmm.
I think today I'm gonna send them a message and say, like, this has been going on for a while. They need to figure
Mm-hmm.
out what the
Yeah.
problem is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay,
Sometimes
so
like
we'll
this kinds of problem is in very, very common here.
Okay. I mean, it's just been this week that it's been happening for me, and
Uh-huh. Yeah.
so I don't know. But
Yes.
so vocabulary review. So I'll have
Yes.
you read the word and the definition.
Yes. Principle, noun, a rule or belief that helps you know what is right and wrong and influence your
Influences.
influences your
Hmm.
actions.
Excellent.
Principle. Waste, noun, material that is left over or unwanted after something has been made, done, used, etc.
Good.
Waste. Yeah. Prevention. Noun. The act of stopping something from happening.
Good.
Resources. Noun. Something useful that a country, person, or organization has and can use.
Hmm.
Sustainable. Adjective. Causing little or no damage to the environment and therefore able to continue for a long time.
Excellent.
Production noun when you make or grow something.
Very good.
Yeah.
Any questions on any of that vocabulary?
Yes, because I have prepared a lot.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Good. All right, so using the vocabulary words to complete the sentence.
Yes. Number one, I live according to certain principles.
Good.
Number two, many people are trying to reduce the amount of waste they produce.
Excellent.
Number three, we must practice methods of avoid excess waste. We must practice. We must practice prevention.
I think sustainable methods.
Sustainable, yeah,
Sustainable methods.
sustainable method of pre-
Of production.
production
Mhm.
to avoid excess waste.
Right.
Yeah. Number four, valuable um, must be preserved. Valuable resource.
Yep, that's right.
Valuable
Valuable resources.
resources must be preserved. Number
Hmm.
five, zero waste focused on waste prevention.
Right. Very good.
Wow,
Very
100
good.
points.
Excellent. Very good.
Yeah.
Um, so now you can make up your own sentences
Yeah.
using the words. And so the example they give is my family produces a lot of waste.
Mm-hmm.
That's an example because in my house we have not a lot of waste.
Yeah. My family produces a lot of waste prevention. Mm, prevention. Mm, we need to we we keep the prevention of virus.
Let's see. So prevention maybe with the viruses. The prevention of the virus spreading is very important to us.
Yeah.
The prevention is a little bit of a trickier word. When we use the word prevent, more of the
Yes.
core word of it, it's a lot easier to use and more common in sentences. Well, we can go on to sustainable.
Sustainable. Sustainable. Zero waste should be sustainable.
Yeah, zero waste should come from sustainable resources or sustainable products. Yep. And principles.
Principles. Parenting. Parenting should have right principle.
Yep. Yeah. Good. Production.
Production. Oh, production. There are so many production of apples in this area.
Okay. Excellent. And are there really? Do you live in an area that produces a lot of apples?
Yes, exactly. Yeah, well, we have because we have our country have a 4 season, and there is clear.
Okay. Okay. Excellent. And last one, resources.
Resources. America has resources a lot.
Yeah, you could say, or they have. America has a lot of resources.
Yeah, a lot of resources.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
All right. Sometimes it's hard to just think up sentences using specific words.
Yeah, actually, the previous page was so difficult. Creative sentence is so hard for me.
Right. And sometimes it is for me too. I look at them, I'm like, oh, what sentence can I think of using that word?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So read and discuss. So those who practice zero waste use a method called the 5 R's, adapted by B. Johnson to achieve zero waste at home. Refuse, reduce, reuse, recycle, and rot. Okay. I've known many of them, but not rot. Many of these you already know, obviously. Reduce, reuse, recycle. And what practices do you think are used for refuse and rot? Oh, I see now that I look at the picture.
I
So
don't know.
So refuse would be things that we don't buy. So if we see something and it's in, let's say, a big heavy plastic jug, that we don't buy that because it's in that plastic jug, and we can maybe buy a different product that comes differently. Like here we have some stores that you bring your own bag, and then things are in a bin and you fill up your own container.
Yeah.
So you're refusing to buy those products that are already prepackaged.
Mm-hmm.
And rot, as I look at the picture there, that must be composting. And I compost here, so I don't really refuse. I don't think I really refuse any products. Sometimes I will reduce. I try to reduce waste. I definitely reuse things a lot. I recycle everything I possibly can, and the rot for sure. I compost everything that we can compost.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And what about yourself? Which ones do you do or don't do?
Yeah. Recycle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I try to recycle.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, in my apartment, in my apartment complex
Mm-hmm.
should recycle.
Okay. Here we have bins on almost every street where we can, it's recycling, composting, and then they also have garbage. So they make it they make it very easy for us to recycle everything, compost stuff. So I think it's good.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go to the next slide.
Yes.
So I will have you read through this slide.
Virus government
Various.
Various, yeah,
Yeah.
various governments have declared going zero waste as a goal, including cities in Brazil, Canada, Japan, Italy, and the US. Research often highlights public support as the first requirement for success.
Good. So do you think governments should encourage zero waste principles?
Yeah.
I think so too. I think it kind of starts with the government encouraging it. And the government wastes a lot.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
if they start encouraging, maybe they start doing it, it would help.
Yeah, likewise, my country do like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Would you support a zero waste movement in your town if it meant adapting your lifestyle? So basically, it would be, would you do it, and what types of changes would you need to do to adapt zero waste lifestyle?
Yeah. I use online shopping.
Okay.
Yes. So much time. Yeah. So almost every day, products products are delivered in front of my home.
Okay.
Yeah. So I I take the empty box, take off the scotch tape, yeah,
Yes.
and then I put the recycling area.
Okay. So that's good. But that's still a lot of boxes if you're getting packages almost every day.
Yes, yeah.
Maybe you could reduce the amount of online shopping that you do.
Yeah.
Because that then would eliminate some of those boxes.
Lemonade?
Eliminate.
Eliminate?
Eliminate would be then you wouldn't get them, so you wouldn't even have to recycle. It would reduce it from the very beginning.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I heard the incorrectly. I heard like this lemonade drink.
Oh.
My
Lemonade,
listening is
yeah,
not perfect now.
well, and sometimes too, it's when we do this, that depending if there's a little bit of static or a little bit of a glitch or a tiny bit of a cutout, then we don't always hear the words fully and completely. So our brain just picks something that was close to it, even though it's not the word that we meant to use.
Yeah, and in speaking English, the hardest point is for me. I wanted to say I don't know how to say what I wanted to say. Sometimes, yeah, that's so confused, and I couldn't distinguish right words. Yeah, sometimes.
And then sometimes it's frustrating
Yes,
because
frustrating.
we know, or some, especially when we know the word, but we just can't remember it.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Yeah.
I do that sometimes when I've been learning Spanish, and I'm like, oh, I know what is that word, and then somebody else says it, and I'm like, I
Yeah.
know that word. Why didn't I think of it?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's the situation is for me. Same thing, and but I'm proud of me now. That's
Good.
why. Yeah, that's why. I frustrate when I frustrated. How to say, but I couldn't speak like this. But so I'm just continue to like this. But I now I can see. I don't know how to say. I wanted to say like this. Yeah, I'm so developed. I'm so developed
Yeah,
now.
yeah, and the more you practice and continue, the more we learn, and we have to think though too, it takes years, like even with our native language that we speak, it took us years to learn everything, and even still, there are new words that are being added to every language, so there's always new words.
Mm-hmm.
And even for me, as a native English speaker my whole life, there's times when I'll be talking with somebody in English and be saying something and then be like, oh, what's the word? What's the word? And
Yeah,
I
yeah.
still forget the word that I want. And I've been speaking English my whole life. So
Yeah,
it
really
happens
good.
that we forget words.
Yes.
Very normal. So, um, and when we speak to people, if they forget a word, it's fine.
Yes.
It's not that big of a deal.
I know your English, native speak in English.
Mm-hmm.
That's could to learn Korean and Korean, Japanese and Chinese because otherwise we uh, we it's too hard to learn
Mm-hmm.
to English for
Right.
Asia people.
Right. Because the letters sound different, the sentence structure is different. So it is very hard and very
Yes,
challenging.
yeah,
Yes. But you're doing good. And the
thank
more
you.
you practice, the better that you become. And so it's very good.
Yeah,
Definitely very good. But we are almost out of time today.
yes,
Um, So it was very nice to see you and talk with you again.
I'm glad to see you again.
Okay, well, you enjoy your weekend.
Yes, thank you, teacher.
Okay,
Bye bye. Take
bye.
care.
You